This is a story that translates very well around the world. We relate about this relationship.
It's a timeless story, really.
Are you familiar with the concept of evolution?
The first time that you say, I'm on board to do this movie, what was the feeling for you?
Yeah, well, it's been reported before, but I was hesitant about doing this first. When I was asked, like, what would you do with this? It was kind of a blank page. We could do anything. And yeah, it wasn't until, honestly, we decided on the fast forward, forward. When we got that distance from the other one, that's when suddenly all these other opportunities opened up where we could be our own thing, but still be tied in a respectful way to the previous movies. You know what I mean? And that's when suddenly this explosion of ideas started happening of the kind of story we could make. So it was exciting.
But now it is our time, and it is my kingdom.
This is maybe the first movie in Planet of the Apes saga that is just one human being in the center of the story that we follow from the beginning to the end. How was for you carrying the movie and representing human race in front of the apes?
Well, I didn't think about that too much. I mean, I thought about it in terms of like May and the weight and responsibility she has on her shoulders. But yeah, I think that was what was most interesting for me coming into it was that flip and knowing that, okay, yeah, I'm playing the human, but I'm playing a human in a completely different, realm. And that was what made it most exciting.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans.
And one of the things that the movie do is that you're watching the movie and you're watching apes most of the time, but you're thinking about how we are human beings, how we have curiosity, how we invented writing.
We see ourselves in them, right? Yeah.
Do you have that sense about bringing explore the universe?
And that's kind of the journey May's going through as well, is realizing
They're
how
not so
how similar. She never expected to see so much empathy in these apes, and that's kind of so surprising, like even the handing of the blanket. It's that constant shaking of hands, like metaphorical.
That we are not that far apart, if we could just speak to each other or whatever it is, or that's cool. It's very obviously timely in a way.
Help your father!
I mean, I think that's that's the main thread throughout the film that is kind of carried by May and Noah's journey, is that they are both holding a mirror up to one another that neither expected, and it's going to affect their future and the decisions that they make. And I think that there is also such, definitely from May's side, a real kind of fear in that challenging, because it would be a lot easier to just for what she's known and thought of them to just be true. And then when that's not the case, it makes everything else a lot more painful and difficult because she can see herself in him and in apes.
Together, you will die.
No, together, strong.